victimizing individual Baluch human rights and nationalist activists. Would that be a correct thing?
Yes, Pakistan has been using the element of fear that the West has from fundamentalism, extremism. It's been using that chip for a long time against the West. And since 9/11, it has really profited from that. Because that's why I always say the main beneficiary of 9/11 is Pakistan as a nation and Musharraf as an individual. He was a lame duck who had no credibility, who had no status in international world. And suddenly he became a credible figure and an ally and a great friend with a war against terror. One sees Talibans were promoted by the Pakistan government, ISI. The same Taliban the British government are combating in Helmand province and other parts of Afghanistan today. Who were they funded by? By Pakistan military and ISI in particular. Al-Qaeda. Where's the safe havens of Al-Qaeda? Pakistan. Where are the big Taliban leaders today? In Pakistan. Why the West chooses to ignore this fact? Are they waiting for another 9/11 to happen for them to react? What exactly, what kind of an impetus do they need before they can act? You can see any terrorist activity anywhere in the world. Pakistan is directly or indirectly involved in that. And the interesting and the sad fact at the same time is that it actually profits from that. It creates a situation and yet profits from it. It's a great talent. One has to commend their talent of fooling the West blatantly.
I suppose that if we were serious about, stopping terrorism and beating back Al-Qaeda, it would be a sensible policy of the international community to support a democratic human rights government in Baluchistan, because that would be a bulwark against Al-Qaeda, against Islamic fundamentalists, and against this sort of Pakistani government collusion, secret collusion with terrorist networks.
In 2001, it was March 2001, I've got all my documented speeches in the United Nations. I said we are victims of Talibanization. Pakistan is promoting Talibanization in Baluchistan in order to counter the forces of nationalism, of Baluch nationalism. So we are the primary victims of that. So we totally agree. Baluchistan is a secular, generally very secular nation. We are not inclined towards extremism and Islamic fundamentalism. This is a phenomena pioneered and mostly born in frontier and Punjab province. Whereas when you see on the media, most coverage, Baluchistan is related to Al-Qaeda and Taliban and Baluchistan. This is all Pakistani media manipulation. British have in their archives in the British Library, you can go, they have the reports of generally the studies of Baluch people as culture, nation, tribe. We are very secular people, not inclined towards extremism at all. The new generation, because of deprivation, Pakistan, what it's trying to create is create a deprived class in Baluchistan, a poor, deprived youth, and then incorporate them with its religious madrasas. So that's where they get the food and water.
But you see this as a deliberate ploy to undermine
Baluch nationalism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So to strengthen the divide and rule tactic,
yes,
to strengthen the stranglehold that Pakistan has, and to prevent moves towards independence.
Correct. Plus to profit on it from the West.
Yeah.
Yeah. To capitalize on it.
Yeah. It does seem extraordinarily short-sighted that Western governments, or indeed the wider international community, can't see that supporting the Baluch struggle would be a bulwark against terrorism and Islamic fundamentalism. It seems crazy.
It doesn't make logical sense.
I mean, have you had any meetings with the Foreign and Commonwealth Office?
Other colleagues have had meetings, but...
What's been the response?
No great response. I think I have had very good response from the European Parliament. Actually, there's every time we have had 2 seminars supported by the Foreign Policy Centre in the British Parliament, whereby we had over 3 and 4 MEPs speaking on the Baluchistan issue, which was a great boost to our cause, a great boost to our people, and it gave the whole issue a different dimension.
Okay, well, look, I hope that in future you will hear some good news from Baluchistan and the struggle for freedom and independence, and that Pakistan's role there will be exposed, and that the international community will rally behind democrats and human rights activists who are defending the Baluch people. Thank you, Mehran.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Please join me next week for another edition of Talking with Tatchell.